If AI takes all the jobs, how will people afford to buy anything?
I believe that millions of white-collar workers are going to lose their jobs in the next 12 to 18 months.
On which jobs AI is actually replacing?
AI isn't just coming for jobs. It's already here and most people don't even see it.
So they laid off everyone to replace them with AI, or at least that's what they told us.
Is AI really taking all the jobs and performing better than humans? Well, let's find out.
If AI takes all the jobs, how will people afford to buy anything? There's a massive flaw in the AI story that you probably don't know about, and it could break the entire economy. Now, it's not what you think. It's not some dystopian nightmare AI scenario. The people who are building these systems are already designing the solutions. And they're not debating if jobs will disappear or not. They're debating what replaces them. I talk to AI founders, CEOs, and investors every week. And this is the conversation that's happening behind closed doors. So this is the problem. Markets need customers. And if AI replaces labor and produces all the products at zero labor cost, then nobody will have income and nobody can afford to buy anything. The economy will collapse. And not because we're not producing enough, but because we're producing too much with no one to sell to. Now, this isn't a new problem. Economists have been thinking about this for over a century. In the 1930s, John Maynard Keynes predicted that technology would cause what is eventually called technological unemployment, where machines do everything that we used to do. So what's the solution? Now, there are two scenarios that are being discussed right now. The first is universal basic income. The government taxes the AI companies and redistributes all the wealth to us. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, actually funded the largest UBI study of all time.
It is not surprising that OpenAI CEO Sam Altman funded a universal basic income study. He and his fellow tech executives stand to benefit the most if companies implement AI to replace workers, and UBI serves as the perfect cushion to shield them from public backlash over massive job losses.
I am terribly sad to record this. I believe that millions of white-collar workers are going to lose their jobs in the next 12 to 18 months due to AI. AI is now able to do the work of a very, very smart human in minutes or even seconds. This is going to displace marketers, coders, designers, lawyers.
Really? Even lawyers will be replaced by AI? Well, reality tells a different story. Multiple lawyers have already fumbled cases and been fined because they submitted completely fake court citations generated by ChatGPT. But let's continue watching.
Accountants, call center workers, you name it. The result of this is going to be an ever more extreme winner-take-all economy where the top 20% or so are able to thrive and then the bottom 80% are left behind. And when people lose their jobs, it affects dry cleaners, dog walkers, hairstylists, restaurants, all local businesses that see less people who are able to spend. Personal bankruptcies are going to surge. College graduates are going to have a very difficult time finding entry-level jobs. People are going to be very, very angry by the fact that this path to middle-class status and social mobility is going to be broken. We should be doing much, much more, including a universal basic income. The AI job apocalypse is real, and it's underway right now.
Anthropic just released new research on which jobs AI is actually replacing and which ones it could replace in theory. They introduced this metric called observed exposure, which in the chart you can see the blue area showing what AI could theoretically handle and the red area showing what it's actually handling today. For example, in computer and math jobs, AI could theoretically handle about 94% of tasks, but Claude is currently only covering about 33% of those in practice. Similar story for office and admin roles, with about 90% of tasks theoretically automatable, but actual usage today just a fraction of that. So it's pretty clear that AI adoption is still very much so in its early days. And if you look at the top 10 most exposed occupations based off of this observed exposure metric, the number one is computer programmers with about 74.5% exposure. And that tracks of everything we're seeing around AI coding right now. Then you have customer service sales reps at 70%, data entry workers 67%, medical record specialists 66%, and you can read through the rest of the list, but you even have financial and investment analysts up there at 57%. One of the pretty clear themes here is that all of these are knowledge work jobs. They're relatively well paid and they often require higher education. In fact, the most AI exposed group in the study is generally more educated, higher paid, and also 16% more likely to be female, which means that the workers most exposed to AI today are actually the very people who went through higher ed and pursued white-collar careers, partly to avoid the kind of automation that hit manufacturing and the trades decades ago. At the same time, it is important to keep in mind a few caveats here. This study combines real Claude usage data with estimates of what AI could theoretically do, so it's not necessarily a perfect prediction of job loss. On top of this, Anthropic says that despite the exposure numbers, we're not seeing mass unemployment yet. Their researchers actually compared workers in highly AI-exposed jobs and workers in AI-resistant jobs, and the difference in unemployment since the release of ChatGPT is basically statistically zero. So the feared AI job apocalypse that this report lays out hasn't shown up in the data, at least not yet.
Exactly. The AI tech elite are using these hyped-up reports to manufacture panic. Why? Because behind the scenes, most AI companies are burning through billions and failing to turn a profit. They use this fear to force standard businesses into buying their systems, dangling the carrot of increased efficiency just to keep their own cash flowing.
They're not warning you enough about what's really happening out there. AI isn't just coming for jobs. It's already here and most people don't even see it. The World Economic Forum predicts that 83 million jobs will vanish in the next 2 years, and that number is likely conservative. White-collar careers, law, accounting, finance, marketing, they are being automated faster than factory lines ever were. Think about this. Decades of education wiped out by an algorithm trained for pennies on the dollar. Companies don't need loyalty anymore. They don't need your years of experience. They need efficiency. And AI delivers it without asking for weekends off, healthcare, or even a paycheck. And this is what a lot of people just don't understand about this shift. Every day you keep your head down, hoping you're going to be safe, you're actually falling further behind, because the skills that got you here won't get you there. The employee mindset that worked for 40 years is becoming obsolete in 40 months. You can't stop this wave, but you can choose how you respond to it.
So they laid off everyone to replace them with AI, or at least that's what they told us. And now everything's gone to shit. Let's talk about it. Mark my words, we are about to enter the great AI rebound. Reports are coming out, this is not very surprising, that a lot of the companies who said they were doing layoffs to replace people with AI actually never were replacing people with AI. They just did that to boost their stock price in the short term. Now they're like trying to use AI, everything's going to shit, especially in their customer service and customer facing roles, and they're like, wow, we should really rehire everyone. In this Forbes article, they were talking about how over half of the companies who did AI layoffs are going to end up rehiring these people by 2027.
So, AI is real and it is here to stay. But it is not a replacement for humans, it is an assistant. And if you're going to use it wisely, because it can hallucinate. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.